That's what you get, Joe. All right, you ready? I think we're on week 38.
I don't see it installed.
No, it's on my laptop, actually. You were right. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Week 38, I believe.
There's fucking something floating in my coffee.
Drink it.
You know, it's just almond milk that I've been using.
Yeah, you gotta use a lot of it to get any color.
It doesn't blend as well with my whiskey. I think it's coagulating.
Yeah, whiskey, this sounds so gross right now to me, especially with coffee. All right, this is week 37, I should say.
All right.
Whiskey with coffee is delicious.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on in the world today? Is the light bulb getting dim?
Well, it's nice that the sun is out in the morning.
In the morning.
You know, it's been burning off, and then we get a nice afternoon. I like that, don't get me wrong. And I like the kind of late start, but I also like the sunshine at 5 o'clock in the morning.
You know what it reminds me of is waking up in LA when it's nice and sunny at 6 in the morning.
Yeah?
I really like that because then it gets you in a good mood when you wake up, you know? Upbeat, ready to go.
Yeah. In Texas, I was in Corpus Christi in the Gulf of Mexico. You could see the sunrise and you'd come right up on the water. You know, it's pretty cool.
I used to like when I lived in Florida because it was sunny freaking.
Were you on the east side or the west side?
I was on the east side.
There you go.
Yeah,
So you see the sun come up.
had a condo and fucking all my shit was
I never thought about that, being able to see the sunrise through the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, here you see it, but in the winter it's more over there. In the summer it's more over there. So it's blocked by the trees right there. But in the winter it comes right up over the mountains. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When it's a nice day out, which is rare. But yeah, so the sun's here, so it's another day, you know. Today is Sunday. In the world, what happened in the world today, this week?
There was that fucking shooting.
There was a shooting, another shooting.
12 people dead.
This was interesting on a couple of different fronts.
Mm-hmm.
Guess he got in a physical fight with one of his co-workers like a week before, something like that, so he was agitated, but he also put in his 2 weeks notice. So that was kind of weird. I mean, I guess that happened, you know, that's like the first guy that went postal, remember?
Yeah.
You know, he was the same kind of thing.
I forgot about that.
That's where that word comes from. They went postal. But he was also, had a silencer.
Yeah.
Suppression before all the fucking gun people. And they were legally purchased guns, so there's no laws that were...
Did they say when the guns were purchased? Like if it was recent or if you had them for a while?
I have no idea.
Well, it had to be with at least a week or two. It takes a 5-day background check to fucking finally get your gun. So he probably had them for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
And to have a suppressor means that
Yeah.
he's a gun
Nut.
or they say that the suppressors are becoming more widely used because the hearing protection.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why you just don't wear headphones.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Mouse ears and then?
They would call them Mickey Mouse ears in the name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like anybody that's buying a suppressor is either one is an extreme fucking nut, paranoid, or planning something sinister. I like guns, but I don't feel the need to. I'm not an assassin. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, and that's the thing, is that maybe this guy had a fantasy. You know, all it takes is to play like Hitman and be like, damn, this feels good.
Well,
I
at
feel
least
like he probably was plotting it for a little while. Like, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers one of these days.
at least he didn't live cast it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Like
shit.
that one crazy fucking guy. But the guy was black.
Yeah,
That's the most interesting thing to me.
I fucking was reading it, and his name was D. Wayne, and not Dwayne, D. Wayne. And I read the name, and I was like, that's a black dude. And that's out of picture. That's out of character.
Yeah. Dude, this is our game. Stay out of our fucking game. Was he the Jackie Robinson and fucking... That's yours. He's opening it up now. They're going to be a lot better at it, okay? Over time. You take over the game, fuck.
This day in Black History Month. Yeah. It's like they took over our quarterback position. Shit, now they're taking over our shootings.
Presidents.
Shit.
Goddamn you and your extra tenders and fast twitch.
So speaking of our president, he was in Japan and they hid the John McCain boat because he didn't want his name out there.
And then he claimed that he didn't request that. And I feel like there's nobody else that could request that and it will get done.
Yeah, I saw that headline. I was like Googling because like it just seemed like such a fucking
Clickbait.
far-fetched thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everything I was reading was like kind of mixed, you know.
And you're in the Navy, or you were in the Navy, so it's like it had to be some sort of order that let's get this boat out of here. I mean,
it's definitely. They probably could have put out like a moving message and make it look like that he fucking didn't request that or something or whatever. But I don't think they're smart enough at least not to be like President Trump says get that the fuck out of here. You know.
Yeah.
They probably like we'll schedule a bird ship for 45's arrival or some shit and everybody's put two and two together.
Yeah.
So they can't directly fucking say,
Yeah.
but he did that shit.
Why does it seem
thing.
so obvious that he is just a mentally unstable, childish, spoiled, entitled white dude?
But the economy's good. The employment's down.
Is that why people give him the fucking... Because there's so many people that are still backing him after all this.
I think what he does is he feeds into the cultural rhetoric that a lot of people are chiming in on. So he's the spokesperson. He's the cheerleader for...
A lot of people that have been told to shut up.
Yeah, people that have said, anti-immigration and abortion rights, anti-Christian, So he's speaking up for those people, and that's a lot of people.
Yeah, I guess so.
So he's going to win.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
No way, bro. No
He's
way.
winning for sure.
No way. Biden's gonna save
Barring
the
death or
day.
impeachment, that dude's fucking gonna be president in 2020.
Well, even if he gets impeached, I think they should go through the impeachment proceedings. That's been the big discussion about the Mueller report.
I saw
week.
this morning that Pelosi said that they have like some solid shit to stack up on.
Well, Mueller made his statement, and his statement basically said we did not have anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, shut the fuck up. Lawyers are so good at double speak,
That's all they do.
double negatives.
do we have something? Maybe.
Yeah. So, he's basically saying go to impeachment so that you can interrogate him yourself, and then they're going to do it as I think the Democrats, that's going to be their plan. So they're going to put him on stage. But even Trump wants to be impeached, it sounds like. He's doing these things so that it draws that attention to that. And so that his constituents, once again, are like, look at what these Democrats do, look at what they do. It's like playing the victim card. And if he's not being the victim of the impeachment, I mean, he could let it go right now. But he just keeps bringing it up. Totally exonerated, totally. He doesn't have to say a damn thing, but he does. Because I think he wants to be the victim.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought about it like that.
So, yeah, but I think they should go through the impeachment proceedings just so that we can hear the bullshit that they say. I get kind of turned on to that. It's like C-SPAN hub.
C-SPAN.
For me, it's an interesting thing because you have to have a majority of the Republicans on board with that, right?
Yeah, well, the Democrats can move the impeachment proceedings forward because they're the control of the House, but they would need like 2/3 of the Congress to actually get the impeachment proceedings to go to the Senate, and the Senate's definitely not going to impeach him. So he's not going to be impeached, but you can go through the impeachment proceedings. And that's where Pelosi's just like, is this the right tact? We want a president. We don't want to screw it up by focusing on impeachment. We need to focus on
having a president in place that needs to do their shit.
Well, yeah, and that's the problem with the 24, 23 Democrats that are running. They're not consolidated on anything. I was watching Bill Maher, and he's like, they should get in a room. They should all just say, shut the fuck up, and who are we going to take? Which two are we going to support, and then go after the issues,
Where's all the bullets? Da-da-da-da. Everybody good? Yeah. All right, that guy. Let's do it. Absolutely.
They're all puppets on a string anyway, so it's like you might as well get the right
Well,
puppet.
okay,
and
so
I don't think Biden's the right puppet. He just said the other day, he's like, I'm sure you're as smart as you are beautiful or something like that to a 10-year-old. Something crazy like that.
Huh.
It was weird.
Was she ugly?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, he could be trying to... I think that matters, He could be trying to make her day.
Well, same thing with him. He just keeps saying, "Well, I got to beat Trump," but he doesn't say what his issues are. You know, he doesn't. Because when you start talking about the issues, then you continue to divide the nation. And the big one this week has been abortion. You know, these 4 or 5 states, I think, made it outright illegal. Missouri's closing they only have 1 abortion clinic in the whole state. That's weird.
I don't know, I feel like Biden, Sanders should just go at it, see who comes out on top. I don't know.
I kind of like the young blood.
Well, I wonder sometimes too, is like when all these Democrats start putting their bid in to be president, I wonder how much of it is them knowing that they're not going to do it. They're just going to raise money and become...
I don't think they're into it to get rich. I think it's more of...
not rich, but like, let's say $500K. Like, you come out of it $500K.
No, I don't think they get much of the cash at all because it goes to their campaign finances. So they don't get money. It just goes into their thing, and then they spend it on commercials and jet rides and balloons and stupid shit.
Inflate the numbers a little bit. Now you got a little side pocket of $200K.
Well, that's what Trump got in trouble for, is using his campaign finance to pay off Stormy Daniels. So I mean, it's clear that they're tracking the shit. So I don't see that as the issue as much as they're trying to get their voice heard about their specific issues. For example, Andrew Yang, he's not necessarily even gonna win. I don't even know if he thinks he's gonna win, but he is definitely getting a point out about universal basic income. And then I think about like Buttigieg, you know, he's been a freaking mayor, and now he wants to be the president, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, he doesn't, but he's a sharp-spoken guy. And his thing that he's doing, which is interesting, his strategy is he keeps bringing up the Afghan, how he was a hero, you know? People that tugs on that Midwest, or the red state's heartstrings. I was a hero and he was a draft dodger. You know, look at the bullshit he's doing with Saudi Arabia and starting these wars and going to the troops and saying, you will be a part of these wars for the next 10 years, 20 years, you know?
Yeah!
He's like, what kind of soldier wants war? They want to end war. I mean, you were a soldier, you know? I think that's an accurate statement.
Absolutely.
You know, but they're warmongering, man. They want it. They're giving money, fucking Trump just this week went behind the Congress to give emergency funds to Saudi Arabia, and the Democrats are slow again to act on it and say no, fuck you. But they, yeah, because they're part of it too.
You brought up the whole campaign thing, man. Like, that's another thing about like how we financial resources and stuff that I fucking hate. I mean, people rally and pay all this fucking money for these assholes just to travel to fucking states and fucking tell you lies, or when you already got your fucking mind made up about shit. And I just think it's a horrible fucking use of resources, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. I hate when people bitch about fucking issues and shit, and you're literally just giving free money for somebody to come talk to you.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to get elected president anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of like you know, at church when they pass the basket around. You know, you put your money in there, and they already know what they're going to tell you, and it's not going to make a difference to you. Yeah, you know, and then the freaking church burns down in Italy or where the hell with France?
Vatican.
In Paris. Was it the Vatican? No.
It was the Vatican. No, not the Vatican. It was I think it was the Vatican.
No, it wasn't the Vatican. It was a church in Paris.
Oh, Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Yeah.
Apparently the damage wasn't all that extensive.
Oh, it was extensive.
Well, I mean,
shit, I saw the steeple fall.
There was things that could have been destroyed that would have been a lot worse.
But they raised like $80 million in 10 hours. It's like, yeah, so all these people are donating money for this cause, while the church is the biggest landowner of the world. I think it's the Vatican owns more property, and then it's McDonald's is the second one.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
McDonald's franchises, they're not... See, when you open a McDonald's franchise, what you're doing is basically running a store.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
And McDonald's owns that land.
Right.
So when you open it up, then you're basically just working their land.
I was shocked by how good that Michael Keaton movie was, talking about the openings of McDonald's.
Yeah.
It was really good and educational.
Yeah, do you remember what it was called? It's about the history of McDonald's, and
Never heard of it.
it was interesting. He said everything has to be the same, and it's so funny because I was in China and I went to McDonald's and I had a quarter pounder, same as a fucking quarter pounder right down the block. It was no different.
I've seen like food documentaries about like chain restaurants and stuff and how they like want you to fucking taste the goddamn McDonald's duck quarter pounder and kids that pound the same way you're gonna taste it in fucking Paris, France, you know. But I've never heard that movie.
Yeah, it's a movie. I don't remember what it is, but it was cool because when I watched that movie, it actually made me kind of rethink some of the business end of what I do with comedy production and stuff like that, and my long-term goals.
Basically, they're the McDonald brothers, and they opened a McDonald's restaurant, and it was successful. And then so Keaton came along and opened another one, and basically Keaton's character opened a bunch of chains and fucked those guys over. Basically, took over the patent and stuff, became a billionaire. Is that right? I mean, that's
Yeah, but
just
basically the brothers who created it, they didn't want to be a franchise. They just
Right.
wanted to be a mom and pop thing.
Right.
And this guy was like, Keaton was like, no, man, you guys got to franchise this shit. And they're just like, nope, nope, nope. So he did what he felt like he had to do.
And he started automation so that the original brothers didn't. They wanted to hire employees when he was more like, no, we gotta get it more automated.
Yeah.
This is recent.
Came out a few years ago.
Anyways.
I was listening to the radio the other day, and they were talking about electoral college versus popular vote again.
Mhm.
And I was really excited about the conversation because I thought there was going to be like similar conversations we had where we read the pros and cons of each one. But really, they weren't talking about that. They were just talking about, will the Republicans be on board with it now, or will the Democrats be on board with it again, and how it's kind of like always been swayed depending upon who it's going to benefit. So the conversation was just about, well, if it benefits the Republican Party, they're going to want to keep it. If it,
Well, I think both
vice
of them
versa.
aren't. I mean, that's part of the reason why it's not an issue in Congress. It's because both sides of the House are like, "Fuck it, we're here. we already got our asses in these seats. It doesn't matter what they want to do."
Yeah.
Same with gerrymandering. Both sides do it. They change the lines of their counties just to make sure that they capture their constituents, and they're both just like, "Yep, you do it, I'll do it. That's cool."
Yeah, yeah.
And I was listening to Dave Pacman's show, and he was talking about moving the number of seats in Congress, because there's like 435 right now representatives for the entire country.
Yeah.
It says that hasn't changed since 1920, even though our population's almost doubled.
Yeah.
So we should have double the amount. I mean, but what guy's going to say, yeah, I don't want to represent 750,000 people. I want to represent, 300,000 people.
Yeah.
No, they want to have more power.
Yeah.
So they're not going to vote about it. There's not going to be a change to it. That's why they got to have initiatives. So, switching to local news. The initiative is out for Brother Don's. Got to sign it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, actually, let's grab it. And Joe, you can sign it on air. I don't know where it is. So the initiative is Bremerton City only. It's for changing the rules about. I'll read it out loud. It says, amend a ordinance of section whatever be amended to add the following new subsection. The noise from performance of live music emanating from any non-residential zone or noise from a permitted or sanctioned live music concert or event shall not be a public disturbance noise as defined in this section and shall not be subject to the provisions of this chapter. I went to a party last night to get a bunch of signatures, but more than half the people there were felons. So I didn't get a lot of signatures.
Can you be a former felon? Is that possible?
And then I was accused of just trying to get girls' phone numbers or addresses.
Oh yeah.
That's not good either.
I remember that when I was trying to when I was petitioning to legalize marijuana.
I've never done an initiative before, or at least collected signatures.
What's the quota to
Need
go?
800 to get it on a ballot. So if we get 800 signatures, and I don't know how many days we got, but which I'm pretty sure we're gonna get. Then it goes to a a vote from the public, and I just do not see it not passing in the public.
Yeah, for sure.
The one thing that concerns me about it, though, is fireworks. Because the way it's worded, sanctioned live music concert. What does it say? Oh, no, yeah. Or noise. Non-residential zone or noise from a permitted or sanctioned live music. Okay, so it does say live music. But that was one of the arguments that they had with the thing. It's like, well, how come the Bremerton High School band, I can hear them from here, from the high school. So how is that any different than a jazz band playing to a bunch of 80-year-olds on a Saturday night?
Because you're like more of an asshole bitching about the high school.
Well, and not to mention that all of this is coming because of some lady that moved in after Brother Don's was already playing music that lives down by the bar and can
Allegedly.
Hear it. Allegedly. Allegedly, it's not like a group of people complaining about Brother Don's. Allegedly, it's a very small number.
Right.
And I just find it funny that it's even an issue because like I told him, like, I can barely hear the music whenever I walk outside.
Yeah.
Right in front of the fucking building, you know.
Yeah.
Like, how loud is it to you, you know, that
it's just
down there?
It's just that this person can hear it. I guarantee it.
And it's not like she hadn't lived there for many, many years.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden she's got this problem. But all right, how about a ferry hits a whale? That's pretty crazy.
Oh man, I didn't see that.
You didn't hear about that?
No.
Yeah, they ran into a gray whale, I think it was.
Jesus. Gray whales have got it hard nowadays, man. They're fucking eating trash and dying on the beaches now. Like fucking high numbers. Good for them. Moving up in the world.
Yeah, no, I can't say that. I won't say it. I'll say it later. Snap. You know, the Kitsap Sun has been bought by USA Today, like most local newspapers around the country. And so they put in a lot of national stories on stuff that...
Yeah, it pisses a lot of people off.
Yeah, I'd rather read it from the New York Times or some shit.
USA Today is the reason why I experimented with ecstasy when I was 19 years old.
Oh, God.
I'm serious. I read an article about it, and they were talking about raves and the side effects of ecstasy, and when they were describing it, I was like, that sounds rad. Give me some of that. And then I tried it, and I was like, yes.
Did Jay Inslee say he was running for president?
Yeah, months ago.
He's announced already?
Months ago.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's horrible.
Well...
He's not even close. He's like 10th place.
Well, that's pretty good at 23.
Yeah, it's very good. It's over 50%.
But I don't know. It's just frustrating when you go visit Seattle. If you're from some other place, go visit Seattle 20 years ago. Way different than it is today.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. It's sad. You know, I'm a liberal in most senses of the word, but I'm conservative in the sense that we need to keep our parks clean. You know, I mean, we gotta have law enforcement.
Well, they said that they have been doing measures to battle homelessness there, like certain things like cleaning up camps and
losing the battle,
providing shelters. But they said that this year is the first year they've seen the numbers go down. So. At least they're seeing that the work is doing something. That's what the research said, anyway. That this is the first year where the numbers are going down.
I wonder how they fucking judge that. Like,
well, I mean,
the homeless guy here yesterday, and he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
We're doing better.
Yeah.
They went by homelessness, went by shelters, like people sleeping on the streets. I mean, they were going by all that.
Well, anyways, what else is going on in local news?
The Nimitz is back.
It wasn't gone long.
No.
Oh, Skateland's closing.
Skateland's closing, yeah.
That's a big story. There's a lot of comments on that. 411 comments on.
It's because they could never figure out how to make it not smell like feet and pizza in there.
I don't go there.
Oh.
I went there maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago.
I think because people aren't fucking interested in skating anymore.
Yeah.
Our children are.
Once rollerblading ran its course.
Xanadu. You probably didn't see that movie.
Maisha was doing parties there too. Maisha was doing parties
They
there.
got one last one coming up.
You know?
Well, then they had the roller derby girls that played there.
They're devastating.
I never played music there, but I knew that they wanted to have like bands in the middle of the roller derby. That'd be kind of fun, about punk rock.
It'd be cool to just take everything out and build like a real roller derby ring where it has like the hill or like the angles that they go up. You know, do you guys ever watch that where they're like hitting each other and
Oh, yeah.
shit?
I had a friend that used to do it, and I don't know what the fuck I'm watching still. Like,
Well, that's what
Shit's
the
slamming.
roller derby thing is, anyways. I mean, it's like wrestling, but on
yeah, I've seen it several times.
Yeah, but this is the scale is just a flat track.
Right.
There's ones that are like elevated and
Sure.
they have like racetrack angles and shit.
Like NASCAR.
Well,
Yeah.
they sold it for $1.6 million to the
Starbucks.
storage facility right next door. So they're gonna make it an indoor storage facility.
Naturally.
Yeah. Hey man, if there's a need for it. I mean, people might say those storage facilities, but there's a reason that they have money is because people want that service.
Yeah.
So if you,
It's in demand.
yeah, shit. If I had a boat and I didn't have the property to store it somewhere, I'd put it in there.
It's a better, the location is better suited for storage than it is a skate land, I think. So, yeah,
Oh, it's just not enough people went there for skating anymore.
yeah.
Dying business. And I think the owners are getting older too, so it's hard to keep marketing.
Well,
And fuck, good for them.
yeah, good for them.
Get a
Cash
piece of
out.
pie and yeah.
Fuck
But
it.
people are sad by it. It's like,
Yeah.
put down the fucking Game Boy. They don't even have Game Boys anymore. Put down the
Put down the phone.
yeah. Put down the phone. Put down the tablet.
Put down your
Game
mom's
Boy.
phone.
But that's how it worked. You know, it went from Game Boy to tablet to cell phone.
Yeah, and roller skating and arcade games just went to shit.
They just sit there with their head down.
It'd be cool to have like one huge pinball, like, building where there's just like hundreds of pinball machines.
Yeah, I think that would be great, and then ban them everywhere else. just let, and then go let everybody have a convention there.
Yeah, just
and
one
set the fucking
huge
place on
spot.
fire, man. Just burn them all down, lock
Pinball
the
machines like
doors.
this man your existence.
Done. No more fucking pinball.
He's tired of them seeing infiltrating his
Ding,
bars.
ding, 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 ding.
Hey guys, I got time more. Fuck
Yeah, why can't we just
you,
play
man.
some foosball like
Jesus.
some real men?
Take some acid like a normal adult.
Speaking of acid, that reminds me. Gotta get some. Got some good movies coming up.
Man, you're in the drug scene, man. Let's see. Any other local news? I don't see anything.
No, slow news day. Gustafson retired from the UFC. Got choked out by Anthony Smith.
Jimmy Manuel almost went to the shower. Well, he did go to the shower room.
Fucking yeah. He got knocked out senseless. Oh, he's just meditating.
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta see it though.
I saw it. I was there.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think he stunned him with the one, and then almost got him with the other one, and the foot just popped him.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I almost pulled a muscle.
Cool. Well, yeah. Let's wrap it up.
All right, what's coming up this week?
We have open mic at Hi-Fi on Thursday. Open mic at Dog Days on Friday. And then UFC Saturday. UFC 240 or some shit. I don't know. Morales versus Sujeito. And then there's a good chick fight. Jessica I versus Shevchenko. This Russian badass. So I watched Shevchenko's last fight and Jessica I's last fight. And I'm retracting my statement.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
it's trash. She's just gonna
I'm not going to say she's trash, but she's going to get
trash.
murked. She's going to get wrestled, taken to the ground, choked out.
Just TR Ash.
But other than that, yeah.
The Raptors are in lead of the playoffs.
Oh, they win the
They won
last night?
game one.
They
I
won
think they
game
played last
one.
night, didn't
No,
they?
they didn't.
Oh, they played tonight.
They played tonight at
Yeah.
5, so I want to watch that actually.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about where to go for that. Or maybe I'll make I got the HelloFresh.
Hella fresh.
It's on it. It's on at 5.
Hella fresh.
It's HelloFresh. I like HelloFresh better.
Yeah.
For real though.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I made some fajitas yesterday. I think I'll make the burrito bowl.
Nice.
Chips and
The basketball game's on at 5?
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I gotta go to work, so I'll try to get that wrapped up and come
I
up
think
here.
I'm gonna go to Brother Don's and watch some live music too at 4.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm gonna go for a bike ride today.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful
So,
day.
I'll
Beautiful
work,
day.
Anyways,
Alright.
have a nice day, nice week. See ya.
What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. I don't remember.
Well, I'm gonna wait for you to turn that shit
Yeah.
off.